look at it. It was one of those wins that you have to have a fantastic year. It was a tough win, it was an ugly win in some ways. I told the guys in the locker room, when we start making some shots, we're going to be a really good basketball team. This is, I think Steve said, the third road game in a row that we shot less than 40% and still won. We made a couple of big ones at the second half. I mean, Harrison got it going quite a bit. Reggie made a huge three for us across from our bench on set play. But I really do look at good shooting. We just don't show it during the game. Told guys to stop being so negative and worrying about it. We got to be able to step up and make plays. But I thought Jay Watts and James Michael and PJ, all three gave some things off the bench. Jay Watts had, I think, one basket or two baskets off offensive rebounds. PJ had an offensive rebound with a basket. I think that James Michael did some good things. We need that kind of activity coming off of our bench. Kendall got off to a bad start, had 2 turnovers in the first 4 minutes of the game, didn't have another turnover the rest of the way. But, so he finished 9-2. And, you know, for us, we like to think that we're a great rebounding team, and I think we cut down on some of their second shot opportunities at halftime. I think they had one more point or one less point than we did on offensive rebound, so I think it was more important for us in the second half. Harrison is big, to say the least. And, Kendall's passive, but our defense, I thought, was the thing that helped us. Very pleased, very lucky, feel lucky.
With the shooting, is it just, I mean, is it bad luck, or can you point to any tangible thing that explains what's going on there?
No, because, you know, just think of it, if I knew what it was, I would have already tried to solve it. But so it's, kids got to step up and make shots. I got mad and screamed at PJ one time, make a daggum shot. It was a pretty easy game. You know, if you're a great shooter, you ought to be able to shoot the ball in the game and practice out in the backyard when the wind's blowing. So it's, I still think we're going to make them, and I think we're going to show it, but we got to do it.
In the meantime, how much of a positive do you look at it? You know, winning a road game against a tough team, shooting under 40% in a row.
I think that's huge. You know, to have a chance to be one of those teams still playing well at the end of the year, you're not going to win every game pretty, and shooting 55% and those kind of things. It's been a while since we've shot like that. But for us, to be able to grit it out defensively, and we did some better things there, and I think that's a huge benefit to win games when you play all the time.
It seemed like a strange question, but I just wondered how you feel the development's come along since you lost Strickland. How you managed to handle it?
No, it's not. I wouldn't even think it's a strange question. I don't know you. Maybe you're just strange. Think all your questions are strange. But you know what happened? We lost Leslie, who was our best perimeter shooter and probably our second best defender. But we had time to make up for that. So then Dexter comes in. He's our best perimeter defender, but we still had Reggie coming off the bench, so you had 2 very good players. Then when you lose Dexter, now Reggie goes in the starting lineup about the same time that PJ's shooting goes south. And so all of a sudden now it really is a tough thing for us. And Jay Watts has stepped up the last 2 games and has given us some good minutes there. But it's a struggle for us, there's no question. But you know, it's what it is. You got to play and just keep fighting, and all of a sudden one day the puck's going to start falling.
What did you think about Miami's improved in the last 5 weeks, I guess, since you last saw them, and how tough are they going to be in the tournament?
You know, I explained to our team at halftime, and I think I'm going to get this right. If I don't, just what it is. When they left our place, I think they were 0-2. We were 2-0. And since then, we've been 6-2, and they've been 6-2 because they accomplished just as much as we have. And I reminded our guys of that at halftime that we've got to raise our level of play. You know, Reggie is in better shape. That helps him a great deal. I think the Larkin youngster helps him, give him another ball handler. I think they've improved significantly. You know, Jimmy would be the one to answer that because he sees them every day. But from when we played them last time until today, we had to play much better in the second half today than we did even in the first half at our place. And I just watched that tape the last couple of nights. I think we were up 15 at our time. Excuse me, at our place, and I thought we played much better basketball in the second half today than we did up there.
Coach, nobody's been shooting particularly well here lately, and Reggie wasn't in the first half, so how important was it for him to come out and do what he did in particular in the second half?
Well, I think it was huge. You know, I think it was huge for everybody. Harrison didn't make one in the first half. Reggie was 0 for 3 at half or 0 for 2. He was 0 for 2 or 0 for 3. I've said for 24 years as head coach, I like to have a good balance. We need to make some three-point shots. And we haven't done that recently, but when it starts going in, I think we'll really be good.
Anybody else?
What happened, there was like 3 or 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes in the game, and it started to come out to the up, and then it looked like it just dropped straight to the
I
floor.
jumped up and screamed at one of our players and had that little blood rush kind of thing. I go black for a couple seconds, but I've had it since I was 14 years old. The doctors at Kansas checked it really closely. The doctors at North Carolina checked it. I don't know that they really care about me. I just think they don't want me to die on their watch. But I've been doing it since I was a Babe Ruth baseball player, so it doesn't affect me. But for 2 or 3 seconds, I go a little black and I have to find the floor. I try to find it with my hands instead of the top of my head, and then I'm okay. I guess as much as I can be. Thanks.
As